am LoDeja Maiden. Hello everybody, this is LoDeja Maiden, and I want to first apologize for taking so long with my season upload. I know a lot of people were wondering what's been going on and why it's been taking so long. The reason why is because I've been waiting I decided to create a clothing line for Najee Talks. And I've been working on trying to figure out how I want to do the designs and everything like that, and then I finally got to the point to realize that my first publishing was going to end up just being the normal logo, as you can see, normal logo. And so once I decided on that and published it, then I was like, okay, I was ready to go, and I just went, was waiting for that to officialize before I started off the season, and so now we can get started. You know what I'm saying, with the first episode of season 4. Thank you everybody for being patient with me. As you can see, the merch that I have, Najee Talks merch. As you can see, I got mugs, got long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, sweaters. I got hoodies, tank tops. Anything you need, women's and men. It will definitely, the link for the store will definitely be at the description on the YouTube channel. So please support me as much as you can. Thank you very much. Hello, my name is LoDeja Maiden, and this is Najee Talks, where I get topics from people, have them come on the show, and we can discuss their topics. Now today we have LoDeja Maiden. Hi LoDeja.
Hey, how you doing?
Go and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey everybody, my name is LoDeja Maiden. You can also call me Safari Kitty. And I am from Richmond, Virginia. I originally came to California because I was in the Navy for 7 years, and when I got out, I decided that I was going to come to LA to pursue my creative side, kind of tap into the arts. So here I am in LA. It's been a little over a year now, and I am a model, I'm an actress, a comedian. I do wear a lot of different hats, and I'm just actually exploring, I'm exploring all the different possibilities there is right now. I'm also into jewelry making, styling, just an all-around creator, and cooking. That's probably my number one passion. That's what I did in the military, so yeah.
What kind of cooking?
Well, mainly it was just for the whole crew, and then they put me actually in the field of decorating cakes. I used to do like pre-enlistment cakes and birthday cakes.
Oh, that's nice.
On the ship, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to all those vets out there.
You want to tell them how we met?
Yes, I do. Actually, I met Darrell because he was actually one scouting talent, and they came across me when I walked into that room, and they all loved me. And it was my first play ever, and I was so excited. Like, we met right then and there from our jewels, I stayed jeweled out. And we both recognized and was like, oh, so it was just like an instant spiritual kindred spirit
right.
From that point, right? And so, yeah, it's my first play ever. And it was a wonderful play. It was a wonderful time. I learned so much, met so many great people, and thus I'm here today with a great person.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, another thing, LoDeja is also a part of Najee Production.
Oh yes, I am. I'm part of Najee Productions, where we go out and we just pretty much handle all the productions needed for stage play. Like, we take care of everything, very professional. And we're all about just promoting each other, and I really love that. I'm also part of Lions Den LA, which is another nonprofit. It's another nonprofit organization here in LA, and we focus on all creatives alike. And it's just about, again, bringing that union, bringing that community where you feel like you're not alone here, because in LA it's so hard.
Yeah.
you're struggling, a lot of people are homeless, artists are homeless out here, and what we want to do is cultivate a space where we can have people actually live in the house with us, and we'll provide them all the different things they need to kind of get their feet on the ground to get out here in LA. So when they move, they come here with us, kind of show them the ropes, give them a little bit acquainted, and then after a year, they're on their own. And we'll be launching officially August 1st. Okay. And yeah, I'll give you more information about that.
Right. Most definitely. Let me know.
Okay.
Man, that's great.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right. So you ready to start?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All right. Let's get the first question going.
Okay.
All right. So pertaining to yoga, have you always been into it?
Yes, I have. I remember the first class I actually did with yoga. It was probably right after high school. I was doing like a community college class, and I had to do an extracurricular, and I chose yoga. And immediately when I started doing it, I noticed how amazing it was, how relaxed I was, how just it calmed me, all from doing just simple movements and positions and asanas. And yeah, just from that point, I was like, oh yeah, I love yoga. And I kind of dilly-dallied in it a little bit, you know. And once I got into the Navy, it really started picking up even more on my own, just like my own practices at home.
That's good.
So yeah, I've always been an advocate of yoga.
So for me, I took a yoga selective at school, in grad school, and you know, like the thing is, like my body and my attention span sucked for it. But the thing is, luckily we were taught by somebody that specialized in it.
Yes.
So she really was there teaching us every time we came in the class. So we had to learn we were learning how to prevent like illness with patients instead of just like doing it or whatever. Because it was a class, so it made more sense. And then she also was like telling us about a lot of stuff, like just besides yoga being like the exercise or whatever, like just like the big wide spectrum of it.
Exactly.
And
it's such a big picture. Like yoga encompasses everything, and I usually break it down. I call it the PMS. It's the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And it's like it just governs all of that, and it's a beautiful way to kind of pull all of it into one. That's why I love yoga. It's just all encompassing. Yeah. You know?
All right, so what all right, so you said you started in high school, right?
Yeah, I definitely started in high school, and then I had my first, I guess, instructor kind of tell us and teach us the things about yoga once I got to college.
All right, so before that, was there something specific that happened to you that maybe led you towards yoga? I mean, people dabble and stuff, but it's not the same as like getting into it and then like continuing. So it's like something had to be in there with you, like to keep you going.
Yeah, for sure. I think where I'm from, in my community, it's a really urban community, you know, and a lot of people, they aren't really spiritually aware as I am. And even then when I was younger, I've always been a spiritual child, a spiritual person. I didn't grow up in a religious setting. It was more like, you know, good intention, love, light, things of that nature. I think what pulled me into it was my mother, actually. She was a very spiritual woman. She had her instance, she did her meditation. Wasn't big on yoga per se, but I do know that yoga, meditation, all ties together. So that was kind of my opening, like, what are you doing? Why shh, I gotta have quiet time and breathing and doing her meditation. I think that was probably the first that kind of inducted me into
that. Okay, so is there a specific type of yoga that you prefer?
I think I'm gonna say vinyasa, just a simple steps of doing yoga, and that's just kind of doing a continuous cycle of yoga. And for me, I like that cycle because it's kind of giving me a way to be able to go about routine, but then it becomes easier. It's like showing you what practice and the process of practice can give you when you're doing this with yoga. So when I first started doing yoga, some of those positions I could not hit. I couldn't do it quick enough. I wasn't like catching on. And now with more practice, I'm able to actually do the vinyasas good and in a good motion and a good flowing motion. I would have to say that. Hatha yoga is pretty good too. I don't know if I have a favorite. It's just I like to try different ones. Right now, I'm really into comedic yoga though, and that's just the study of from ancient, Egypt. And I'm really into learning those different types of poses and postures and the meanings of each other.
So how does that differ?
It differs mainly because it's just coming from the origin of which it's coming from. When you think about yoga, it's mainly tied to like the Eastern way, India, where they're coming from, and the things we learned from them. But with comedic yoga, it's teaching us from what they knew, and it's giving us different names for poses. So certain things would be like the upward dog, they'll call it like the Sphinx pose, or things of that nature. So it's different names tied to it. I'm kind of still learning about it myself. Right. It's really interesting though, and I really want to learn more about it because it's our people, you know? And I want to know everything that they had laid out for us back in the day. Like I want to know all the knowledge from my people.
Yeah, I'd definitely be on that.
So that's pretty much what that is.
Okay, so how have you noticed any physical growth from yoga?
Physical growth, definitely strengthening. Like I said, when I first started, I was not grasping those positions. Couldn't even do a push-up. Like it was ridiculous. And just doing yoga has allowed me and my body to work in ways that I don't normally, work out. Like in the gym, and it's just kind of showing you different ways that your body can move. And when you're learning these different ways of moving, you're strengthening those areas, and the more you do it, of course, the stronger you get.
Right.
It's also helped with my breathing so much more. Like yoga teaches you to be in the moment, be present. It teaches you deep, active breathing while you're in motion. Right. So just normal walking out and about, I'm breathing a lot easier. I'm breathing a lot deeper and more, because a lot of times Americans, we don't breathe at all. We're just kind of like holding our breath and not really breathing properly. So yoga's definitely taught me the power of breathing and what that can do for my body. And because I'm breathing properly, all the oxygen is going to its correct lungs. Everything is supposed to be. It's helping my body move appropriate. And then my posture. It helps with the posture. It's just, the list can go on and on about what yoga has done for me, but it definitely helps with my cardio. It definitely helps with my muscle strengthening, my spine, my metabolism, because it keeps my body active and knowing that I'm going to keep on feeding it the right things.
Right.
But, it knows that my body's going to keep on working and keep on feeding, so if my metabolism goes fast, it helps with my weight down, maintaining my weight. Yeah, like the list can go on, but those are like my main ones. Just physically, I feel a lot healthier and a lot more stable. My knees feel a lot better.
Right.
Certain things when you get a little old, you gotta be like, look now, and yoga helps. Yoga helps with that. Yeah.
Okay, so time back into basically all that.
Yes.
So one thing I can appreciate about being a chiropractic student is that we are taught all that. So the thing they teach us about belly breathing and not chest breathing, how important that is. We learn about the postures and how they are just muscles. So all you gotta do is know how to do it. It's like if you have that knowledge of the muscles that you need to take care of, then you'll be fine. But you just have to make sure you do it, of course. And then another thing is like go get nutrition courses that we took. So that as well, learning like the good and the bad of how you should eat. Especially as a vegetarian, there are certain things in there that they were teaching me that I was okay, well. So the thing is, I'm a trial and error type of guy.
Exactly.
And so if I learn something, I'm like, okay, well, this must be right. You feel me? So I'm gonna do it and see what it's about. So I did a lot. Like I was just like, the belly breathing thing. I was working on my posture with the exercises I did. Focus on specific muscles that helped me, and then I would eat right. So it all worked out.
It's all like a cycle. Once you start doing one thing, it'll just generate everything else to go right. So once you start working on your breathing, you notice your posture, you put good food into your body, you're working out better, everything just kind of goes into a good doing that. Yes.
All right, so now, how have you noticed any spiritual growth from yoga?
Spiritually, well, when I think about yoga, it's like it's levels to it. So first we talked about the physical, because that's what people see with yoga. That's the first thing you can touch, and understand.
Right.
And then next for me is mentally. And you know, that's something that you can't see, but you can understand. And spiritually, it's something that you can't even understand, right?
Yeah.
So when I think about yoga and spiritually what it's done for me, first off, it's only my perception of what I can say.
Yeah.
And for me, it's definitely connected me to my higher power, my higher self, and all things around me. It's made me so aware of my placement in this world and what I'm exuding, my energy that I'm exuding out to the people around me.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just total awareness and being in tune. And once you're in tune, everything, the answers that you don't seem to understand, you'll get a lot easier once you just kind of practice this routine of self-care with yoga. Like, it's so simple. I think spiritually, though, definitely having my self-awareness and being understanding of all things and my place in it is probably the number one.
All right. So, when did you notice the increase of self-awareness?
I'm gonna say things really shifted for me. I'm gonna say honestly, things really shifted for me in 2017. And that was when I had actively practiced yoga like every single day, not missing one day. Like having a set routine and getting up and practicing. I was living in Joshua Tree at the time, and it was when I first got the military, and I spent the whole year hiatus just kind of like getting to know myself again, you know? And that's probably when I noticed the difference. I was able to manifest things so much clearer and easier, and it was coming into fruition. It was coming into this reality, present time. And I think that, like 2017, I was just saying things and I was writing it down and I was, meditating on them and doing my yoga, and it was just all coming, like dropping in my lap. And at first I was a little like, whoa, like this is crazy. This is, and I don't even say crazy no more, this is divine. I'm just like, whoa, this is, whoa. But it was coming, and I realized like when you actually actively use yoga and you apply these things to your daily practices, it makes life so much easier. So 2017, that's a good year.
All right, so something that I can compare to that is when I became a vegetarian. It was 2012, March 12th. I want to say. Yeah. And so anyway, so I would say about 6 to 9 months into it, I did notice change. So I was running across, I was running across the country at the time, at Ski University, and you just run all the time, But so the thing was, it was interesting because usually when I run, it's like things you don't notice until it changes.
Yeah.
So one thing I did notice was, of course, my stamina, increased. Especially, and then when I ate foods, of course, I did get itis like everybody else. It was more of an energy builder than a breaker down, you know what I'm saying? And then, usually like people, I remember I used to wake up with like a greasy face.
Yeah.
I don't get that anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm at the point to where I can just wake up and walk out if I want to.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that, but it's really not hard. I can just wake up and be like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm good, right?
Exactly. Everything's straight.
Right. Got this. And then another thing was, it was like a fog was lifted from my eyes.
Yeah.
And so it was just like interesting because it was just like I could just see so much more clearer than before. But you don't really know
exactly
until it's gone. And it's like all I can just do is just tell people. I can't if they ask me, I'll tell them about it. I'm not gonna oh yeah, you should do it.
You gotta do this.
Yeah,
it's the only way.
But so I don't do that. I don't like doing that to people with stuff, whatever, because my lifestyle is so different from a lot of people that I easily go against and act against everybody's, actions and stuff just to be an asshole if I wanted to. But I'm like, no, there's no point in me trying to
exude that energy.
Yeah, it's no point. I'm just gonna do my thing. You feel me? And then and then if you feeling me, you probably come along with me because I would tell the story if you ask me.
Exactly.
I'm not just gonna say it out of nowhere though, because I know people that kind of follow along with me with my hair, follow along with me with my life, like my diet, stuff like that. So I was like, but they did it just subconsciously.
Exactly.
And it was like, damn, you make them look good, and that's all you gotta do.
Exactly.
That's the best way of going about it. And but yeah, so that fall was interesting for sure. But I was like, that's crazy. I can see like so much stuff. Oh, and then one of the other things was my memory.
Yeah.
My memory came back.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like when you're young, you like think like, oh, you can't remember that far back.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a lot.
Damn. That's dope.
And so when I bring up certain things, they're like, how do you remember that? And I'm just like, that's just kind of how things are now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because I remember a lot of things that people don't. And so it's like kind of hard sometimes when I want to like talk about something. It's like I'm bringing it up and they're like, what?
Wait, tell me one more time.
Yeah.
What color shirt was I wearing?
So, so yeah, like so I'm like that's, and then my one thing I did try was my friend was telling me about using sage oil, putting it on your pineal gland or on your pillow. Yeah, I was getting the most vivid dreams.
I haven't tried it, but I definitely heard about that.
Yeah, it's really good. But the thing that's crazy is I can't do that no more.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because I think my shit's already open.
Yeah.
so it's like I can't help you no more, right?
Right.
You have to move up.
We did our job.
Right. You good now? You gotta have someone else that's sitting low. You want another level. You gotta do something else. You need more extreme stuff.
Okay. All of that. Peyotes.
But yeah, man. So that's really just like having that. I don't know, just like that change,
exactly.
Witnessing the change, and so that's just when I went back, because I'm just like, it's no point, because it's like a little slip of with food, but mostly I do just
with food. It's like I'm still working on that, but I definitely had a 6-month window of being a raw vegan, and I remember not having any more phlegm, not being sick, my allergies. I didn't have allergies anymore.
That's what it was.
I was like, no more allergies. I was in Virginia. I came from California. Yeah. So, out here it's like, ooh, allergies, something, whatever. Went to Virginia, it's allergies. Right. It's trees everywhere.
Right.
I was not sneezing. I was not nothing allergy related. I was like, wow. I lost 40 pounds, and I didn't want to lose the 40 pounds. But, it works for my model body these days. Yeah. But, I did... no allergies, no phlegm whatsoever, no sickness. It was beautiful. Yeah. And I want to get back to that. Yeah. That's something I forgot. I just remember thinking that because that was another thing. That was a big my inflammation is my immune system is mega. Yeah. that shit is like I don't be getting sick no more. Yeah. And even if I do, it's always like a cough and like a sore throat or something like that. But that's it. Like stuff but I never go past that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Just it's a process.
It is. It's all a process.
But it's all about taking baby steps. You ain't gotta jump straight into it.
And that's what I did last time. I jumped straight into it, and you gotta be careful because I jumped straight into raw vegan diet. I didn't know what I was doing, and I ended up it was heavy. I ended up like having an iron deficiency. I was like kind of sick. I went to the doctor and I was like, are you doing something different? Because
honestly, it's not like so. The thing is, I've learned that you can still get your iron.
And you can.
Yeah.
But I was doing it wrong. So what I'm saying is you just have to make sure when you're doing it.
It's all about what you know.
You got to make sure you know, do your research before you actually embark. Because I just did it. It was like, you know what, raw vegan, 10 days.
Because even when I started mine, I didn't like, when I first started vegetarian, I didn't do the best. Yeah. I didn't do the best, but I was learning as I went. I ended up eventually meeting people that were either vegan, pescatarian, or vegetarian.
Exactly.
So it kind of like, it's like, I branched out into meat. Because it was like, you are too. So I was like, come on in. Right, let me show you what I know. So I just basically like learn every day.
Yes.
And so then that's just kind of how it is. You're always going to be a student.
Yes.
You only got to know. Like nobody knows everything, so. Right. So let's move on to the next question. Okay. All right. So, has there been more than just yoga that has assisted in your spiritual growth?
Absolutely. Just reading properly, my crystal healing, Reiki. Yeah. Of course, meditation, even though it's separate and it's together with yoga, so it's a separate thing. I do meditation on my own and set intentions, write things down. It's helping with my spiritual growth. All in all, besides yoga, it's just applying all the little things as far as being self-aware. That's really all it was. And reading things, spiritual books, anything that's kind of closely related. I am into like the IFA religion and things of that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And traditions and things. So I just read.
Mm-hmm.
I just read and kind of like see what resonates with me and my spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I'm at.
No, these books are amazing.
Yeah.
Like I like, man, it's just like, I mean, cause like as a Freemason, we learn to like, open up our minds to things. And so a lot of my growth came from the Masonic brothers and Eastern Star Sisters that I had, who was like very open-minded about things and was like, let's talk about this stuff. Like it was like one thing that I kept remembering was us having like a conversation about Genesis in the Bible. Like we broke down just the first few.
I had that before.
Yeah.
I had that with Mason. We kind of like talked and shared a few. I was like, whoa. Yeah. I loved it though because it really did open me. My mind was already open, but it did open my mind with the questions that was being asked. I was like, oh.
Yeah, man. You're like,
Right. Yes.
But you got us, huh?
Right.
But it's like, just so many different books. Like, someone recommended for me. Actually, I borrowed a book. It was talking about electromagnetism of the Ankh.
I would like to know about that one because I'm all about the Ankh and the sexual
and they were talking about how it was used. They were talking about how the Ankh was used in Egyptian. No, it was during the time of the Ark of God.
Okay.
All right, so the Ark was made of gold, right?
Okay.
And so basically, the people that the security or whatever that carried it across. Basically, the gold. What the thing was, they thought it was cursed, and it was actually just like what is it? Electrified.
Oh.
And so the thing is, if you touched it barehanded, you would get electrocuted.
Oh wow.
That's why people thought it was cursed.
Oh,
so the thing is that people that carried it wore gloves, like rubber, and then the staffs they carried. They would go too, right? But the thing is, the staffs were made for a reason. The staffs were made so that if they wanted to get into the ark, they put the ark down, whatever, and then they'll take the staff, put it on the ark, and then ground the staff into the ground, and then it neutralizes it, and then they can get inside.
Wow, just learned something, you guys.
And that was just one thing. And then there was another one was talking about how like the shape is made. Like the inside is kind of like how like a battery is made or whatever. So it's like the coils on the inside to help generate the energy.
Okay.
And then it talks about how basically the energy can go in from the sides and then wrap around and then come down into the base. Because then they also compare that to the chakras as well.
Right.
Because the chakras, it looks just like the human body. So if you think about it as a chakra, right? It talks about I know one thing I remember I had learned about orgasms, right? So when you have an orgasm, they say that what you should do is when you meditate afterwards, and what you do is you meditate and get that energy back,
yes,
and then you put the energy through your body like that. So the thing is, your throat, I think your throat or your heart. I think your heart is where the sides come in, and then they wrap around through the throat to the crown, or the third eye, whichever one, and then comes down, and then go down to the base.
I like how it broke it down all the way scientifically like that, because I know stories, but that was like, scientifically broken down with electromagnetics. And
man, things were just simple, man. People were just like, they were just scientists.
Yeah.
Back in the day, people thought it was extra.
It
wasn't. Thing.
It was like, no, we didn't do that because we did it because it was electric, so we had to
You
ground
know that.
You know about grounding, right?
That's simple. That's
right.
We taught you guys that the first degree.
Right.
I should have know this. We only gave y'all so much, but you guys should at least know that.
Pretty much. That's what I want. Dang, like that's wow.
Yeah.
I want to look into that now. But I definitely heard about the different stories. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he wrote a book and it was talking about the sexual energy pretty much housed around the Ankh and the powers with it. And I want to dive more into that. Just the whole sacral Ankh energies and sex and how that all ties into each other. Because I know that through sex you can create crazy power, right? But I want to know.
So one of the videos that got me into all this shit is called Spirit Science.
I love Spirit Science.
Oh, you watch it? See?
Yes, definitely watch it.
So I did the episode and I was trying to tell them about it. And
I love Spirit Science.
See, this time,
I just put somebody on Spirit Science. I always put I was put onto that probably 2012.
Yeah.
Love Spirit
That's
Signs.
definitely one
I
of the
still
things.
watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. Because it always just says something to make your mind be like,
Right. All the time.
all the time. I love Spirit Signs.
Oh man. Okay. Let's move on. All right. So next question. So how would you convince someone that has to try yoga if they're already skeptical of its benefits?
Honestly, I usually tell people that is skeptical of yoga, like, I don't know how to stretch, or girl, I ain't trying to do all that stuff. I just tell them to start with something as simple as, because a lot of times people have problems going to sleep.
Right.
And I just tell them simply, you know what, how about this? Don't even do crazy yoga. Just do 5 minutes before you go to bed, do these certain stretches.
Right.
And then you go to bed and tell me how you slept. And that alone kind of generates people sleeping because obviously you're supposed to do that anyway to kind of relax your muscles so you can go to bed. But people don't even know that. And that's just one of the small things that yoga can do for that moment. And I can show you a quick return like, oh man, when I laid down, I went straight to sleep. I felt relaxed. I was ready to go to bed. Wow, I didn't stay up looking at TV. I was ready to go to sleep, you know? Yeah. The same thing can apply for that for waking up in the morning and just throughout the day. So I try to give them a small task, like just try it out and you see from there what you feel. Or if I ever, depending on the person, if they're going through something in that moment, I'll just simply be like, let's just do some breathing.
Yeah.
Let's try some breathing right now. And then let's do a little turn here and there. Oh, that feels good, right? And before you know it, you just did a little bit of yoga. Now I need you to take that. Look at some yoga, home stretching exercises, and do it on your own. But just get in the concept of it. I let them know that for me, I just pretty much tell them what it does for me and just go from that. If they don't really bite on from that point on, I just kind of leave it alone. But I generally just give them a small instruction of, hey, before you go to bed, do a couple of stretches and and then lay down and tell me how you feel. And usually they come back and say, it felt great. So I'm like, I know, right? So now let's do some yoga. Like I'll give you a couple of sun salutations myself. Nothing too fancy. You can start off with 5 minutes. Just give yourself 5 minutes each day because it's all about loving yourself. And who are you to be like you don't love yourself? Just give yourself 5 minutes.
That's a good point.
It's not hard.
So the selective that I took. So we had like different series that we learned.
Okay.
And they weren't even like the main yoga poses.
Yeah.
It was like. So one of them was basically like belly breathing, right? Talking about different types of belly breathing and emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Nostril, inhales and exhales like you.
The one nose at a time. Hold it. Out the other nose.
Yeah. And the thing is, when we had to take our exams, we had to make sure we did it right. We had like midterm in the final for it.
Yeah.
And there was like, make sure if you do that belly breathing thing, make sure you do all. And then we learned other breathing techniques that pertain to temperature alterations. So if it's hot, then they'll do like the teeth breathing thing, like
or the lion's breath.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that one. That one was funny because everybody was like trying not to do it, but she made us do
it. It feels good.
Yeah, and then the other one was the tongue one, like the. That's another one you could do. Yeah.
Cooling you. Cooling.
Yeah, those were part of that. Then there was one we learned that pertained to like. When you have like maybe like abdomen issues and stuff, like lower body stuff, whatever, maybe like hip stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we would do like certain like it was like kind of like you would sit and there would be one where you would have like your leg up, you rotate, right? And then you do the other one, rotate, and then you do like both if you can, hold them up, like so like that, and then so it kind of like helps them like circulates it. So like those are the type. So then like all those like lower body ones was like a part of another series. So it's like really just like all on like prevention type stuff.
Right, exactly.
And then the thing is we can actually, so as chiropractors we can actually like, because we actually give you like home exercises and home plans that you can do at home, whatever. And so we can actually add that on there and just be like, oh, I want you to do some, because you got this going on, I want you to do this yoga thing, whatever.
Exactly.
And I can show it to you, or I can give you like, you know what I'm saying, I can show it to you, whatever, and go from there.
Exactly. I know one of them that I learned from a chiropractor was like putting a towel or a t-shirt or something on the ground, and then you lay on it and then do like a little thing or something. That was a long time ago. But it didn't work when I tried it.
You said it did?
Yes.
Is that these album episodes? We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're very diverse.
Yes, very much so.
A lot of shit.
Yes, very much so.
So the thing is, talking about, so in the fall, one of our assignments, we had to do so we had so when we first started off in the clinic for like those few hours, only like 2 days, we actually have like a lot of things we have to like do before we're done. So we have like things like we have to get like 2 people to come in from us, like recommendation people. We have to get people to come in for us to the clinic and we take care of them. And then we like things like we have to like do like give 3 nutrition advice to patients. And then so we have like certain things that we have to do and it's numbered. And so the nutrition advice was the last one I had to worry about. And I was like, I don't know if I can just, because the thing is I learned like kind of like anti-inflammatory diets and stuff like that where it's like a diet specifically. And we're gonna talk about switching to this diet. And so the thing is, it's like not every patient needed that.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, so what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, the first time I did it, it was like, okay, just do the, I basically gave them the diet or whatever to do. Then I think I had like 2 more to do. And then I realized the second time, I just altered their diet.
Okay.
Because I noticed that what they were saying, because I was like asking them what they eat. Like I got like a 3-day chart, I was like asking like, in these past 2 days, what have you been eating? And so based off of that, you can be like, okay, well, I had a patient that I think they like juice boxes or juice just in general. And I'm like, because everything else is cool, she ate stuff. And I'm just like, all right, well, how about you alter that juice for real fruit? Because the juice, I mean, it's cool, but it's not.
Use that
it's
a lot
not,
of sugar.
yeah, it's just more sugar and it's fake, basically. I don't really trust anyone. So I would rather you just get the real fruits because it still not taste good.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Get some blueberries, get some raspberries, get some strawberries. Put them together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Eat them all together and have a good time. And he says, and they're gonna be good. That's true. But it's like that, and so then that would help me get my numbers in. And once I realized, I was like, oh, this is actually a lot more like it wasn't as stressful as I thought it was gonna be. And I was like, this is good because it's like it helps me help them. You know what I'm saying? But it worked, and I was just like, oh well, I can just think about what I've learned, like, okay, well, maybe we should change this out. What you got going on,
right?
Make this as an alternative,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And like I would sometimes I would advise them to maybe alter out and throw in like some nuts or something like kind of like a healthy fat, you know what I'm saying? Like snack on throughout the day. So stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Healthy fats. That's what I gotta learn more of. Not healthy fats, because when I tried that raw vegan thing, it was bad.
Yeah.
Proper healthy
I had a Mason uncle that did that. I was talking to him about it. He ended up losing weight, but I think I heard that he got back. I think he just I don't know what he did.
Why did he get back?
I don't know.
Oh. I feel you.
But yeah. So I thought about it, but I was I don't know.
Yeah.
I like cooking stuff. But the thing is, the reason why I like it is because, kind of like because when because I've always been in the house with roommates and stuff, so it's kind of like a social thing. You know what I'm saying? You're cooking for other people or someone's cooking for you, whatever. But but then you're in the kitchen and then all having the time. And then afterwards, I can because the thing is, especially if it's like, oh well, let me cook this, you can cook that, you can cook that, and we just put it together. And then the whole time while you're doing that, you just have a good time.
Exactly.
Throw on some music, you know what I'm saying? Maybe get a couple drinks in, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then afterwards, I can just chat and eat in front of each other, whatever, Get socializing for sure. Especially if you have a long day of school or work. It's a good thing to just get back in there and just have a good time for people.
Relax. That is true. I need that after all that stress.
Yeah. But LoDeja, I really appreciate you coming in.
Oh yes, is it over? I'm sitting here what's the next? I'm over here waiting, more to come. I feel like Wendy Williams or something right now. And I just want to tell all the tea about yoga and the benefits. No, thank you so much for having me and discussing this topic. We can dive on this anytime you want.
If you have another topic or something else that you want to talk about, let me know.
Absolutely, always. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for taking up your time. I really appreciate the conversation. It was very informative.
Yes, absolutely. I think we got some good jewels in there.
That's the plan.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.